All right, so this is going to be super basic how I use the Shotcut program to create a video tutorial with my students or for my students using some green screen. So when you download the free version of Shotcut, this is the basic screen that pops up right here, and we're going to make a video. So you'll need um, one folder kind of open on your desktop, or if you have two screens, that's even better. And anything you want to use in the video, you want to go ahead and upload into that folder so you have easy access to it. And the first thing you'll go to is the playlist, and you're going to drag all of these elements over to the playlist. So here's my, let's see, got different sorts of images that I might want to use. And we're going to pull this video over because that's the one that's going to use some green screen. And we'll keep this really simple. Right, down here where you have the three lines, you're going to add a video track, and we're going to do that twice. Because we're going to use green screen, we're going to have one as our primary video, and then the second line is going to be what's being projected behind. So I'm going to go ahead and I have I call it my header or the first screen, and I just drag it down into here, and then that's kind of my title card. That's what I want people to see on YouTube. And I'll drag that out, and for whatever reason, I like to kind of fade that. So I've got my screen here, and if I want to have a visual effect happening in it, I go to Filters, Plus, and you're going to pick from the video filters. You can scroll down, and if there's one you like, you can click on the little asterisk to make it a favorite. So my favorites are already over here. Um, so I have video fade out. And there's that little diagonal line that tells you it's fading out for about a second. And I'm going to go ahead and fade that to 3 seconds. And once you click down here, you can see that that extended out a bit. So go back to my playlist, and here's my video. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually overlap the video onto here, and you'll see a little X kind of pops up. And that's where you have the overlapping video. So this is going to fade out, and then this video begins. The nice thing that they have is these waveforms for your voice. So if you have a long pause, you don't have to worry about it later. If you want to get rid of that pause, you can clip it out or something like that to make sure that your videos are kind of snappy. So let's move forward. You can move forward in the video using the little arrow here or the little arrow here. Either way sort of works. So I'm going to bring this forward here. And at some point in the video, I talk about um, this program here called Greenscreen. So I need to find that spot. Now I do these funny little clues in my voice or when I'm pointing with my finger so that I can find things. See, I'm pointing my finger up there. So I know that I needed the logo up there. So I do these little visual clues for myself, which makes editing much easier. So this is right before I point. Go ahead and grab that icon, and I'm going to put it right there. Maybe I'll move it back and go ahead and play. So now I have the video track up here, and here's the image that I want to be up there. Let me listen to it and make sure this is in the right spot. There it is. Maybe I'll project. So I'm saying it right there. So I don't know how long I want it, but I'm going to drag it out because it's easier to kind of make it smaller later. Go forward. Now you can see the line is over both. So I know that I should be showing the image here at the same time. So now what I'm going to do is activate the box, and you'll see it has a red line going around it. That means whatever actions I take now are going to affect that particular thing. Or if I click up here, that means I'm affecting the video. So because I want to turn the video into a green screen, I'm activating this box just by clicking on it. Then I'm going to go to filters. Again, I'm going to add a filter. This time it's chroma key, which is green screen, but that's what they call it. chroma key. And when you click it, it just kind of automatically goes to, the default. And you can see that the green screen isn't really great there. So what you can do is click on the eyedropper and then click on a medium green part of your screen. And you can see now it pops really well. So it's been customized. So technically you could do a green screen with red. You just pick the eyedropper and then you go on the spot where you want it to go. So whatever room you're in, whatever your wall color is, that can be your green screen. You just want to make sure you're not wearing anything that's even similar to that color. So even on here, my blue is close to green. So if I'm not careful, like let's say I select something here, you can see it's going to start to fade out my shirt. And even my eyes, I look like a zombie there. That's horrible. Um, Better would be if I had chosen to wear a red shirt because it's so different from green. But this is fine for creating a lesson. Now I don't like the place where it is, so I need to do a filter on that image. So I go ahead and click on the image, and I want to push it over and to the left. So filters, and I'm going to do a plus, and I want size and position. Again, it may not pop up in here in your favorites until you put it there. So you have video favorites and audio favorites. This would be a video favorite, and it's called size and position. Now it activates the corners of your screen, so you can go ahead and change the size. And you'll notice there's this little gray dot that's in the middle. That's where you move the image left, right, wherever it is that you want. And then you can continue to kind of play with the logo that way. So it's the dot in the center that kind of moves it around. It's the corners that change the size. Once you have it there, you can go ahead and continue to press play and look for the audio clues when you turn it down. There we go. Also use. So that means I'm talking about something else. So I'm going to bring it down here. I'm not going to stop it right at the same thing. I want to actually overlap. So I'll go back to my playlist where I have all my stuff. And here's Shotcut, which is the next one I'm talking about. I'm going to extend that out. And here I'm going to overlap it. And then we'll get a nice fade going on there. So go ahead and play. Now we have that same issue. It's kind of in the middle. I'm blocking some of the stuff. So activate that. Filter, plus, size and position. Let's move it over where I want it. Move the center up. All right, let's listen to where it ends. Tutorials. That's my other keywords. I'm going to go back to my my playlist, and here is my screen grab of different tutorials. I'm going to extend that out, overlap a little bit, so I got a transition. Feels professional. Play a little bit. Okay, so now we can see that ghosting sort of happening there. So I can play with the size, filters, size and position. I'm just going to make it shorter so it's kind of over my shoulder. That's fine. Okay, so now I'm kind of rambling on, but I did want that to fade at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and activate it again, and I'm going to put another filter, fade out. Oops, that was the audio. So I made a mistake, but it's easy to fix. Just unclick the box and fade out video. There we go. And the duration, I'm going to go ahead and make that another, 3 seconds. Click down here and you'll see it changes. All right. So let's go across and, that's kind of the end of my video. I don't need to cut anything off because I was pretty good about editing right in my phone. Usually right in my phone, I get rid of the front and the back of the video that's kind of giving me problems. But let's say you needed to clip something out. It's pretty easy to do. You activate the video that you want to clip. You go ahead and click this one. You can see that there's like two pieces with a dotted line, and that actually makes it clip. You continue forward where you want it to end. So let's say you want to end that. Clip there, and you can activate that particular spot and then click the delete button and then move this one over or juggle things around if you want to. Um, Most of the time when I use it is when I have these weird pauses in my voice. But I was pretty good today. I don't have any long pauses. There's a little pause here, but not enough to kind of address. So that's something that can be helpful. Now, let's say you have a boring part of your video and you want to just show like a fast forward. So when you click on an image, you can go to Properties, and this is something I definitely use a lot, and it says Speed. So 1 times the speed. You can do 2 times. You click down here and you'll see that it'll go half as big. Or 3 times, 8 times, 16 times, doesn't really matter. If you make a mistake, click the back button and then it'll put things back, so you won't have to worry about it. But those are the functions that I generally use the most on here. Sometimes I'll add text. I haven't done that in a long time, so I would go to YouTube, look up a tutorial, and then, add some text if I need to. I find it's easier for me to use Photoshop or some kind of picture editing program and create these little tiles that I have over here and just kind of insert them into there and then just go ahead and click them in and put them in my green screen so it makes things go really, really fast. All right, I hope this has been helpful. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You know that I got lots of free stuff over at artedguru.com and printed resources you can use in your classroom at firehousepublications.com. Thank you so much.